Hello, I'm Adrienne Elise, and welcome to the February 2013 Energy Reading. I'm the founder of Intuitive Empowerment Institute in Missoula, Montana. You can check that out at intuitiveempowerment.com. We have an exciting month in February ahead of us. All planets are direct right now. And so February is a month of forward motion. It's very exciting. At the end of January, in the middle of January, we had an asteroid called Vesta go direct. It's been retrograde for a few months. And on the 30th, Jupiter went direct. And that was retrograde since October. And these planets are both about Jupiter's the expansive spiritual side of ourselves, our seeker side, our part of us that wants to know the bigger picture and understand. Um, then Vesta is our inner fire, our inner flame, and it's what calls us to purpose, what our deep destiny is here on this planet. And so these planets going retrograde and now being direct, we're having a whole bunch of energy towards directing our life in that direction. Just like, what am I here for? Why did I choose this life? What is my purpose here on the planet? So February is a great month to bring these things forward. On the 10th of February is the new moon in Aquarius, and the sun's in Aquarius and the moon's in Aquarius. And to me, this feels like the actual beginning of the Aquarian age. We're really moving into these Aquarian energies. At the same time, we're having a dance from the Piscean model into the Aquarian model. And so it's interesting to notice. There's some planets that are um, Jupiter has some aspects at the end of February, again, kind of awakening that inner longing and, to have your spiritual truth. Um, and but then Saturn goes retrograde, and Saturn is our planet of work and duty. And so it's pretty interesting play of events, as well as our small personal planets going back and forth in between Pisces and Aquarius. So this is really a time where we're playing with moving into the Aquarian energies and what needs to be released in order for us to go to that place, which has everything to do with the Chinese astrology, the year of the snake, which we're moving into on the 10th at the new moon. And last year was the year of the dragon. The dragon represents change, and the snake is transformation. So we're kind of going out of the frying pan and into the fire, so to speak. But there's so much energy on the planet right now, particularly in this month of February, to make those steps towards your truth, to really move your life forward, to really transform. What needs to happen in order for us to get out of the Piscean model and into the Aquarian energies is a release of the old. And what better animal to represent that but the snake that sheds its skin? It's also representative of the Kundalini energy, and we have the Kundalini awakening on the planet right now. We have the Kundalini within ourselves awakening. It brings me back to the model of the Piscean energy that has kind of affected us over the last few thousand years, bringing us into a very strong religious duality where the martyr image is quite powerful, and we see Christ energy as a martyr who died for our sins. Now, esoterically, there's some truth to that, but it's interpreted very wrongly and puts us into the victim role. Um, and so the religion energy has a lot to do with this Piscean model. God is the duality is God is outside of ourselves. And when God is outside of ourselves, we need to go through this institution to get to God. And we've effectively given away our power when in truth we are God. And quantum physics has proven that the whole universe is in us and we are the whole the microcosm and the macrocosm. And so it's really erroneous to think that we need to do anything to earn God's love. And that's a little bit of what we've been tricked into, kind of our whole evolution has been really kind of lost in this model of judgment, that we need to earn God's love and we need to prove God's love, sacrifice ourselves, prove our love to God. And so it's brought us into quite a place of judgment. And you can see this everywhere in life right now. We are constantly judging our surroundings all the time. And that comes from an existence in duality, which has to do with the brain. And when we can move into the heart, we can be in that oneness where we are God and we can just be an expression of that. And that energy is more in the Aquarian model. The Aquarian energies are about the very empowered, strong individual and at the same time connecting to the grid of the oneness of collective collaboration. Technology is very important. It's important that we use technology as a platform for these new energies rather than, of course, going back to the victim thing, being a victim of what other more powerful people around us would like us to feel and think. So the year of the snake is about cutting all of these ties, just cutting away all that's not working, all the negativity, all the pain, all the judgment. We've had lifetimes and lifetimes of pain, sacrifice, torture. One side is killing the other side, and they're more righteous, and then the other one's killing the other side, and to prove their love to God. And so it's a really powerful time to move out of these energies using this transformative snake energy. And so the mantra for this month and for the whole of 2013 is whatever comes at me, whatever life throws my way, I'm going to use it to transform. Now, in that statement, you can feel that it's just moving right out of victim. And so that's why this is so powerful. It's such a powerful time for us to leave all that victim stuff behind. And we took thousands and thousands of lifetimes and years to get here, but to get back to the oneness, it's like a flick of the switch because we've already been there and we remember within ourselves. And so see it like a train. The train is coming down the track and it's barreling, and there's nothing we can do. The energies on the planet are increasing. The frequency, the vibrations are changing. There's nothing we can do. We are on the track, right? But with a flick of the switch, we can change directions and go back towards our heart, towards our inner longing, our deep calling, our soul purpose, why we're here on the planet. And so I urge you to just take advantage of these times. Stepping into that fire, say, okay, here I go. I'm jumping out of the frying pan. It's been a big cooker. 2011, 2012 have been quite pressure cookers. But I'm just going to step into that fire. I know this is a time of transformation, and I'm going to let whatever comes my way, bring it on life, bring it on. I'm ready. This stance is going to be very helpful. This is going to be the easy way. The hard way is to just keep the blinders on and pretend that everything's fine and nothing's changing and just go along with your life. That's kind of getting out of the flow of things energetically right now, and that's when your boat's going to capsize over and over again and things are going to be very difficult. So we have a great opportunity to choose the easy way right now, and to get out of resistance and allow ourselves to transform. So I urge you to find the tools, the community, the support. It's out there for you. Find what you need to help you be able to stay in that place of being willing to transform, as it's so incredibly powerful. And just imagine what our world is going to look like when we're all walking around in this true expression of our higher God self. It's going to be quite beautiful and quite creative. And so hang in there and know that it's all worth it, because the new energies on the planet that are coming are just delightful. And it's full of love, unconditional love. So love yourself through this process, through everything you're going through. Love your neighbor, love everyone around you. Just accept the truth of the transformation. You don't have to do much besides get out of resistance and receive the new energies. And be very, very nice to yourself, which is the first step of coming out of judgment. Of course, all judgment is self-judgment. So if you can love your process and forgive yourself for all those mistakes, that aren't really mistakes, all those past lives, all those mistakes of this life, and step into that transformative fire and enjoy. And I love you. Namaste.